Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. We here now. You know what it is. Lit on our clothes. You know what it is. Choke, no joke. I'm in the building. What up, y'all? You all right? You already know. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday, even on the anniversary. Choke, no joke. We are in the building. We are still waiting on the verdict in the Diddy appeal. You know, one I think is going to go in Diddy's favor. If you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can stay locked in with your boy. If you're a regular here, welcome back. If you are a membership member here, much love to you. All right. If you're a subscriber to the channel, much love to you. But shout out to my membership gang, those who support me. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ramona, my man Paul, you know, those who support through via cash apps, you know, and super chats. My fellow Americans, salute. What's up with you? Choke, no joke. I'm in the building. Dipset Forever's first in the building. The membership game, Darius is in the building. Mike Miggity is here. My girl Ramona is here. Kev is in the building. All right. Vince is in the building. My man Shard is in the building. All right. Kareem Smiggity here. Membership gang. Do things. Orbit Man is here. Rasan is in the building. Mr. Green, if you're nasty. We got Creep in the building. Choke, no joke. We got some Tupac news tonight. Caught your boy Roden Rat Jr. out here lying. If y'all don't believe that the people at Death Row have something to do with Tupac killing, man, I just don't understand where y'all heads is at. If these dudes they have nothing to do with Tupac getting killed, why is it so many lies? Why is it so many lies? If they had nothing to do with Tupac getting killed, why is it so many lies? Like lies that we could point out lies. Like ridiculous lies. And Reggie just keep lying and lying and lying. And it just truly makes me believe in my heart of all hearts that one of these alphabet boys groups are protecting these guys, and I'm starting to feel like one of these groups was getting money with Death Row, and Death Row probably was a front. It probably wasn't like as we look at it as a record label. I look at it as Club Truth in the series Power. I'm starting to really believe that it was a front. I'll get more into that in a second. But DJ Khaled just dropped another brick. Another one. That nigga DJ Khaled, it's over for you, brother. Choke, no joke. We're in the building. Let's get to the show. Send out the show. Let people know we live right now. Share this video. We gonna get into it. I got a good one for y'all tonight. Choke, no joke. You already know. Let's go.
I do it. This is a diss. Would be specific. Hit you with a sub. You blacklisted. Her third tour. It's ridiculous. You in the crowd, babysitting. Mad at pics, fans flicking. You got a Billy, they dick licking. Kids your son and dad missing. You ducking the swab, results prison. I see your faces, the mad prism. Y'all rats, are you kidding? And if you sign, you have no wisdom. Integrity missing, money mission. Lamar Latrells in your system. Camel licking, nerves switching. Are y'all kidding? Y'all Virginian. Success, y'all dream sex. Sold a lot of units, but still checks. Squares, Nike, I run with checks. People use Marcy as pets. I move his skin, you on your head. All your tunes are dead. You ugly like your dreads. No bag, I'm on your head. No fag, I'm my shooter. You the glad Duke shooter. You do balls but no hooters. Choke no joke, I am the future with no Malloy. You play with boys, be out here wishing she was a boy. You her decoy, you her bitch. Choke no joke, I am the shit. Yo Cam, get off my dick. Mad Jim, king of the dips. Without Jewels, you have no hits. Your last hit was True Life. When he caught you with that right. Yo, Big Joe, am I right? Nigga Dane saved your life, and then you crossed him for home. Got on stage with Ho. You an actor, you ain't Poe. Joke, no joke. You already know. Yo, man, I'm done, man.
Choke no joke. You already know. That's truth be told. We past kneeling. Getting ready to drop that next month. All right. Learn from mistakes. Part 3. Getting ready to drop. All right. I don't know. That song right there I might drop this month. But the new album's coming. All right. I'm cooking. Got some fire beats too. Woo! Shout out to Jack Brown. Produced that joint right there. Jack Breezy. You know what it is. So, Choke no joke, y'all already know. It's April 13th. This year is moving fast. We already 4 months in already, man. We was just talking about Happy New Year. Now we 4 months in. You know, I had a trip planned next month to Dubai to go back. A trip got canceled due to this war. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that, but I really wanted to go back to Dubai. I really wanted to go to Global Village and have a great time. But, God works in mysterious ways, man. Maybe I'll go jump on another cruise. I don't know if y'all ready to Choke No Joke travel group. If y'all ready to jump on another cruise with me, let me know. Hit me up. Some of y'all I'm putting pressure on, like my fellow Americans, Kareem Smiggity, uh, Dipset Forever, Rasan, Darius, Ramona, Paul. I'm putting pressure on y'all to come on the next excursion, the next cruise, wherever we go. Some of y'all been around for a while. Now we got to go hang out in person, have a drink. You know what I mean? Party, get on the dance floor. You know what I mean? And the cruise would be a perfect spot for that. So What I came on for tonight is several things. DJ Khaled. I think DJ Khaled need to give it up. Hold on. Yeah, DJ Khaled need to give it up. He just dropped the new. I guess he dropping the new album. You know, first of all, he need to lay off all that makeup and dye and all that stuff. Nigga look crazy, right? But I'll get a brother some promo. So DJ Khaled, he dropped a new song. I guess this is the first single off his new album. I don't even know what it is. I'm not even looking it up. But at this point, I think DJ Khaled needs to let it go. You know, he got the song with Lil Baby and Future, and it's the same formula over and over and over. He go get the Drakes, the Futures, the Little Babies, the Little Waynes, the T Pains, the Kendricks, the Jay Z's, the Rick Rosses. Every time, bro. Every time. And this time, it's over. It's over. Like, no disrespect to the Baby and Future, but these guys, they bust they nut already. They not hot no more. You know what I'm saying? And being that Khaled only used the people that are already hot, you know, he just keep doing the same formula. He go keep grabbing the same people, Justin Bieber or Chris Brown, put them on the hook, or Drake or whatever. And then he got the Futures, the Babies, the like it's always the same formula, right? And if he get lucky, he'll get a Jay-Z verse or he'll get a Rick Ross verse or whatever. But the music sounds the same all the time. And this new song with Baby and Little Baby and Future is like both of these niggas on that auto tune stuff. You can't understand nothing that they saying. Uh Khaled's faking like he's a gangster, and we know he's not. Um, I'm sure he's gonna go back to the same Jamaican formula and probably have a reggae joint on this album as well. But it's garbage, bro. It's garbage. Like, I don't even know if it's Future and Lil Baby's verse that I'm not feeling. Cause it ain't like they not saying nothing or they saying the same thing. It's just that DJ Khaled formula is the same thing every time. You come with these same dudes, the same rappers, and it's like we're not jacking Little Baby right now. We're not jacking Future right now. So you could go put Chris Brown on this album, you could put Future on this album, you could put Lil Baby on this album, you could put Jay-Z on this album, you could put Ross on this album. None of them niggas is popping no more. None of them. And the only reason why you ain't coming out with Drake first, like you normally do, is because Drake is over. Kendrick killed his career, so you can't run to Drake. You probably bring Drake out for probably the third single by then. Drake had his new album out, but nobody's rocking with Drake until the industry start pushing his stuff back through. Like it's okay for them to like Drake again. Drake is over. This is how this entertainment industry is. They build you up to tear you down, just like they build Khaled up to tear him down. It's over. It's over, Khaled. Like you can't keep going dropping these albums and putting Future and Lil Baby, the niggas that you think that's hot right now, as the first singles, and think that everybody gonna keep going running buying your weak ass albums, these compilation albums. Now, what I will do is give you some advice, DJ Khaled, because I promise you, this is your last run. This is your last album. This album's not gonna sell. You're gonna catch a brick. And I'm not hating. I'm just keeping it 100 with you because this it's repetitive. It's repetitive. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to keep running with niggas that's hot already, and nobody's jacking Future right now, and nobody's jacking Little Baby right now, especially after Little Baby's last album. Niggas is like, what the hell was that? So this is your last nut right here, Callie, and I'm gonna give you some advice. And my advice, I usually don't give it, and they damn sure don't come free. But right now, you drowning, my nigga. So I'm going to give you some advice because you need it. Find a new artist, nigga. You got all these producers that's hot. You got all these writers out here. You keep telling me you got to keep going to Little Baby, Future, Drake, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, T-Pain, Future, Lil Baby, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Clips. You just gonna keep using the same people. If you want a hit record, DJ Khaled, introduce somebody new. That's all you gotta do. If you drop a record with somebody that we never heard before, and it's a good record, it'll be a better record than you going to get Future, Lil Baby, Jay-Z, all these guys all over again and putting out another compilation album instead of you're not trying to break no new artists. When you had Ace Hood and he had these new records that was going, you made a star. You have not made a star since Ace Hood. All you did was go and grab artists that's already popping, got a budget from the labels, and put out a compilation album with a bunch of artists from a bunch of different labels. You're not doing nothing. If you want to impress us, go find somebody new. Break your artists. Stop remixing these old songs, resampling these old beats, doing these makeovers over like you Diddy or somebody, like you invented the remix, and find a new artist and break a new artist. At least get somebody that ain't been out in a while. But it's ridiculous. Like you keep coming with the same thing. Ain't nothing changed but the beat. But shout out to Lil Baby and Future. Ain't nothing against y'all, but this nigga DJ Khaled just keep coming with the same cookie cutter and just dropping these niggas right in the hole. Another one. Like you ain't do nothing, but you just move the pegs around. Like it's ridiculous, man. I'm sitting there looking at this. It like, oh my God, Khaled again. Who's on the next single? Ross, Lil Wayne. Uh, it's gonna be the same thing all over again, man. I don't know, man. Let's get off of DJ Khaled. Pause. Right. And like I said, trust me when I tell you, that song is not going to hit radio. It's not going to do nothing. I think people are tired of Khaled's formula. At least I know I am, for sure. I really don't want to talk about no murders. Um, but there was a woman that got killed out here, a 40-year-old woman named Lauren Bullis. She was shot and stabbed to death while walking her dog in the DeKalb County neighborhood, Panthersville area on Monday morning, April 13th, which is today, about 6:50 in the morning on Battle Force Drive, with the suspect with the suspect reportedly seen standing over her before fleeing. Some of y'all ladies, man, y'all got to be careful walking your dogs early in the morning. I know 6:50 is the morning, but it still be a little dark. At least wait for the sun to come up. But I don't know if this was just somebody attacking somebody walking their dog, because the person stabbed, I mean, shot her 6, 7 times right in her driveway. I mean, he shot her and stabbed her. He probably knew this woman. Should I be careful over in DeKalb County? That's scary. 6:50 in this morning. She probably was getting ready to go to work, walk the dog, and go to work. Somebody said crime of passion. Yeah, it sounds like it. You stab her and shoot her? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. There was another young lady that got killed too. Um, there was some chick that got killed like 5 days ago. She was found dead in the driver's seat of an SUV. This is the other story, yeah.
Top of right now at 7. Atlanta police are investigating after a woman was found dead in her car This is on Springside Place.
Atlanta News First, Sarah Hammond is live this morning with the First Alert breaking news tracker at Atlanta Police Headquarters. So, Sarah, what have you learned from police?
Well, that scene has now wrapped up, but we did see a tow truck take out the car that was at the center of this investigation for several hours. Atlanta police told us on the scene that when they responded to a call about a shooting at around 1:30 this morning, they found a 36-year-old woman dead in the driver's seat of her SUV. They say it looks like she'd been shot several times. Now, again, this was on Springside Place in southeast Atlanta off of Cleveland Avenue. And Atlanta police said it's early in the investigation, but it appears someone shot into the car multiple times. They are considering this a homicide as they continue to investigate. They say they don't know yet if the woman lives in the neighborhood. They do not have an identity yet, so they are looking for any information that can help in this case.
We push Crime Stoppers a lot, 44577 tips. That really is valuable to us. People don't really understand it, and it is anonymous. So if anybody has information, they can call in and leave a tip. And we really do appreciate those tips. They're very valuable.
Yeah, I think that was that Detroit rapper. Young ladies, y'all fellas out there that got sisters, whether they older or younger than y'all, y'all gotta speaking to the ladies first. Try to have better character judgment in some of these guys. If the dude is a little too possessive or too controlling, you know, or ain't in his right mind frame most of the time, don't get knee deep into a relationship. Because a lot of these guys these days are very sensitive, and our generation of women, with us coming up, a lot of the women that guys my age or a little older than me, when the relationship didn't work out, these women would not let you be a part of the child's life. So a lot of these young men don't have or didn't have men in their life growing up. So they are real emotional type of fellas. And when they come to dealing with women, they don't know how to deal with women as men. Like if a chick is yelling and basing in my face, I'm gonna walk away, right? She might even get one hit off, not too many hits, but if she slap me, I'll just be like, "You trying to send me to jail?" And I'm gonna walk away, and that's gonna be the last time I ever deal with this woman. Some of y'all allow women to get combative, and you get combative with them. If they hit you, you'll hit them back. Some women will say things to you that will make you throw it all away. You know, so or they'll go sleep with your friend or do anything that will make you snap, right? So, fellas, like I said, if you got a sister, or auntie or niece or something, and she's in an abusive relationship, right? You got to teach her to not antagonize a weak man, because a weak man may not be able to walk away from her. A weak man may want to put his hands on her, or worse, stab her or shoot her. You know, so learn to teach your sisters, your nieces, your aunties. Try not to antagonize bitch men, because some men can't handle rejection. Uh, some men can't handle resistance from a woman, you know, and a lot of women know how to push buttons of men to make them endanger themselves or get themselves locked up. You know, a woman that know damn well that if she slap you, you're gonna slap her back, and she will slap you just so you can slap her back, just so she can call the police and get you locked up. So some of you fellas out there, I know you ain't your daddy wasn't in the house to teach you how to treat a woman, and a lot of y'all fellas, ain't didn't have a man in the house because your mama didn't want that man in the house, or your mama didn't want you to have a relationship with your father because he didn't have a relationship with her. Some of y'all mothers know exactly who your daddy is. But despite him, she will tell you that nigga's dead, or she never knew who he was, or Phil was your father. In the words of Shaq, Phil was my father, right? So you never know what your parents went through, but always know, first and foremost, ain't nothing a woman can say to you that should make you want to pull a gun on her and kill her or stab her. Nothing. Only thing you should be using a weapon against a woman is in self-defense. When you ain't got no choice. Because we know some of these women are crazy out here, you know. But fellas, if your girl gets on your nerves and she keep poking the bear, leave the house. Leave the restaurant. Leave the movie theater. Leave wherever you at. The last resort is you putting your hands on her. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. And if your mother keeps telling you about this girl, this go to you hard head, knucklehead, knuckles. If your mother or your sister keep telling you something's wrong with this girl, and they done told you 2 times over, and they whatever they told you came right, leave that girl now, nigga. Trust me, your mother don't want to sleep with her. So she's not telling you this girl is bad for you for no reason, right? If your aunties and your cousins and your sisters and your nieces, if your friends, if they telling you this woman is bad for you, and they don't even know each other, and they tell you that this woman is bad for you, and they never even met each other, and your people are saying the same thing, leave her alone. And I don't know, I don't know who needed to hear this today, but I don't know. God put the words on my brain for me to say them. So that means one of y'all out there is dealing with somebody that ain't right, and they pushing y'all buttons. And God sent me here to leave this message here tonight. Leave that crazy person alone. And it may be a female with a guy, or it might be a guy with a female. But take heed to what I'm saying, because I don't know why I'm saying it, but this message was meant for somebody. Hold on one second. This allergy season is really getting to me, boy. But it's looking like the trees is filling up, so hopefully it'll be gone in no time soon. Shout out to everybody out there. They got them allergies like me. Get you some Claritin, D. If you can get a prescription, that will help you. Shout out to Walkman in the building, Rasan in the building. I see y'all. King Fire, what up? Whack on Wood, what up? I like Benadryl, but I only like Benadryl if I don't have anything to do. Because Benadryl will make you sleep like a baby. I'm telling you. That Benadryl will knock you out. So I've been using like Allegra because they got like non-drowsy. And it's just as effective as Benadryl, but you don't get tired. But I'm working on this one-man show. Um, I'll let y'all know soon. I'm gonna do the first show in Atlanta. I'm gonna do a real intimate joint, only like 50 people. You know, I'm gonna start it small. Tickets will be like $20, $25. VIP will be like 50. But I got a dope ass show that I'm putting together. Um, I'm not gonna talk about it too much yet. I'm gonna wait a little minute until I get closer to the date and then announce the date for y'all to purchase the tickets. And then I'm gonna move around the country with the show. But it's a goodie. Oh, it's a goodie. It's gonna be a little comedy, a little teaching of the industry, a little teaching of classes, some experience how to move around the industry. I got something real good for y'all. Please believe it. What happened to my comedy? It's coming in that show January. So what I want to talk about now, getting into the Tupac case, right? There's a chick right now um, named Lena. She's interviewing. She interviewed Brent Becker. Uh, she's interviewing Roden Rat Jr. right now. So you know, I don't watch all of the interviews that people from Death Row do. You know, I might watch a Suge Knight interview. I might watch um, a Roden Rat Jr. interview to see if he's lying. And to me, since it's been decades now on this damn Tupac case, trying to figure out who did it, right? But what I have noticed is that whether it was the Biggie murder, which happened in the Wilshire district of Los Angeles, which is a LAPD case, or if it was the Vegas case, which was Las Vegas Metro Police Department, which is Las Vegas or Nevada's jurisdiction, right? What I've learned is that when death row is involved in a crime, it seems like Compton PD always gets involved with death row crimes, right? Now, Vegas has nothing to do with Compton PD at all, right? But as you can see, when Tupac and Suge was shot, Vegas was contacted by Compton PD. That's not even their jurisdiction. right? Why are y'all reaching out to those people like as if y'all was following Suge and Orlando and them out there on the investigation and something happened and y'all was trailing and y'all wanted to let them know what was going on. Like y'all have no jurisdiction in Compton, I mean in Vegas, and y'all have no jurisdiction in LAPD. But when Big got killed, Compton PD was calling up LAPD. Oh, we got tips, we got tips. They calling up Vegas. Yo, we got tips, we got tips. Well, where y'all getting tips from and how y'all know what's going on? When are you going to double back with old GOB Omar Bradley? I want to hear what cops he saw in Vegas. He saw the Compton cops. Those was the Compton gang unit that he saw in Vegas at the fight before Tupac got shot. Thanks for the super chat, Philip. Those was the Compton police that he saw. Now, in this interview with Lena with Roland Rad Jr., right? She asked him about Orlando Anderson getting paid. And she's like, why would y'all do that? Why would y'all be paying Orlando Anderson anything if he has something to do with Tupac getting killed? Right? So when she asked Roden Rat Jr. that, she said, was he paid off not to sue Death Row and others, or was it bribery to testify on Suge's behalf? My question is, why would they be doing business with Orlando Anderson if he's the one that shot and killed Tupac and shot Suge in the head allegedly? Why would they be doing any business with them? Period. And Reggie says, oh, nah, he was paid off because we didn't want him to sue Death Row or any of the other people, Tupac or anybody else that jumped on him. So you telling me y'all gave this guy $60,000 because y'all was worried about him suing Death Row? But y'all sitting here talking about he killed Tupac. How do you sit there and pay a guy that killed somebody in your crew money to go and testify to lie and say that Suge didn't kick him? Or not? Like, yeah, you mean to tell me y'all wouldn't put that money on a dude's head that killed Tupac? Y'all will sit there in the office with this dude and give him a envelope full of money instead of having some bloods waiting for him downstairs to beat him up? Like, what? Now, we already know that Reggie and his dad allegedly was doing business with Keefe D prior to Tupac assassination, right? And we know that Reggie's daddy worked for Edison, an energy company in the South Side area, and Watts before that, before he became a cop. So he knew all these guys in the South Side area, right? And this dude dad was dirty, even working for the energy company. Yo, hold on. Right? So his father sat up there and did an interview more recently, talking about how he used to work for Edison, the energy company, and how he would go to the neighborhoods and have to turn off people's energy or electricity, and then he would talk to the dudes in the streets and show them how to turn it back on once he leaves. So this dude's been crooked before he was a cop. And y'all think that he's showing dudes how to turn the energy back on and he ain't getting no money for that? How are you working for the energy company? Your job is to go to the neighborhoods and shut off the electricity for the people that didn't pay their bills, and then you walk outside and tell the dudes how to turn it back on. Yo, Reggie and his daddy is some crooked ass people, boy. Like, and he's sitting there saying this on the interview. Now I know the statute of limitations is up on that. Like the energy company ain't coming after him for that after all this time. But it shows you who he is. So if he was doing that for the energy company, what you think he was doing as a police officer? If he was dirty as a goddamn electrician or electricity guy, you don't think this guy was dirty as a cop? Well, we already know the answer to that because he had $3 million in his goddamn bank account and his son was selling drugs. And then you got Bobby Ladd and that all know Reggie was selling drugs. You telling me Phil Carson, who was Reggie's handler, the federal officer, was investigating Reggie. Reggie done talking about how he snitched on Omar Bradley to Phil Carson, but none of these guys knew that Reggie was selling drugs? Then he gets sentenced to like 80 months and only do a year? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't think that the police is protecting the police? So Lena, she asks Reggie, why did y'all pay Orlando? And Reggie's answer is they paid Orlando so he wouldn't sue Death Row or sue none of the guys that jumped on him. Tupac, none of that makes sense, bro. Death Row was worth hundreds of millions of dollars at that time. And you telling me, even when Lena asked Reggie, she says, well, how did you find out who shot Tupac? He said, oh, I didn't find out till 2 to 3 hours later when I got around the hospital. Here we go, back to the 2 to 3 hours later. How did you find out 2 to 3 hours later when Vegas is this big? 2 to 3 hours later, he could have drove to back to California. But remember, his dad is on record saying that Reggie called him within the hour and told him exactly who did it, that it was Orlando Anderson. Within the hour, he gave him his full name, Orlando Anderson, as the one who did it. So how is he telling this woman in the interview he didn't find out till 2 to 3 hours later when his father's on record saying that Reggie called him in the first 30 to 60 minutes and told him Orlando Anderson shot Tupac? So my question to you, if Death Row is not involved in Tupac's murder, why is Reggie's story keep changing? What is the purpose of having all these different stories if they didn't have nothing to do with it? Why would Suge be blaming Reggie and them and the dirty, crooked cops? Why would Suge be blaming Reggie Wright Jr. and the dirty, crooked cops and saying that if you solve one murder, you solve both murders? If Reggie didn't know Greg Caden to 2008, answer this question. If Reggie didn't know Greg Caden to 2008, how did he meet Greg Caden? And why did he meet Greg Caden? Once again, in 1998, when the feds grabbed up Keefe D and asked him who was responsible for Tupac's murder, Keefe D, Dwayne Davis, said in 1998 on record that Reggie Wright Jr. was responsible and orchestrated Tupac's murder. In 98, Reggie said he did not meet Greg Caden to 2008. 10 years after Keefe D. Ben said it was Reggie that had something to do with Tupac. Allegedly. So Greg Caden just did his interview recently. Reggie just talked about Greg Caden recently, and they say they didn't meet to 2008. Well, the reason Greg Caden got to meet Reggie is because Reggie was a suspect in the Biggie's murder. And he is the one that told Greg Caden, Southside killed Biggie in retaliation for them not getting their money for killing Tupac. Now, who told Reggie Southside killed Biggie? And who told Reggie that Southside killed Tupac? And who told Reggie that Southside killed Biggie because they didn't get their money for the hit on Tupac? And who told Reggie that there was a hit on Tupac? Anybody got the answers to any of these questions? Anybody? Anybody know why Reggie wasn't around Death Row the whole day? When everybody knows that Reggie is Suge's shadow? Anybody? So if Suge is telling y'all that Reggie allegedly is behind Tupac, and Reggie keeps changing his story and lying and lying and lying and lying, who do you believe, Reggie or Suge? Just something to think about. Just something to think about. Choke no joke. We'll get back into it tomorrow with some more. I'll holler back. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. All right? I'm going to drop something heavy on y'all this week. Watch. 1.
Joe, you already know. I'm here, baby. Grand Turks, Turks and Caicos. If you ain't know, now you know. Weather's beautiful out here. See the brilliant lady right there? I showed y'all the scarlet lady. I showed y'all the valiant lady. This is the brilliant lady.
Tonight you're gonna see the brother I know the show can rap. And then
You know what it is. Choke no joke. Eat a wall. He's Fuego. Don't ask me why. We here now. Just go. Born in the Bronx, raised in Eden Wall. Place where I saw soldiers fall. Let's go. JR, crushed between the war of the elevator, only 12. How would you cope if you were me? Let's go. Seeing the sight before 13. Probation, cause trespassing on the elevator was a felony. Blaming me, still went to the funeral cause I knew that it wasn't me. Carried the coffin before 13. Crack cocaine, hit the scene. Me a hustler, mom a fiend. I'm mad cause she keep stealing my thing. I'm draped in the jewels her addiction brings. That's the things that make us cry. When your baby mama don't let you see your child, or when your mans leave the VI. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Let's go. They say Choke wanna rhyme now. How come? Been rhyming on my 5th album. 3 mixtapes, learn from mistakes. Rhyming on the porch back in 88 with Bo. He had a better flow. Studied on my hustle, didn't care about my flow. Never made it rich, saw the glow. Dude on 2 got stripped by pole. Follow Daisy, he on the low. Grimy and gritty, stacked the dough. Out from the place, 250 in the safe. Cops that shoot you after the cuffs were played. They wonder why I don't respect Jake. Why I can never spit it soft like Drake. Take it how you want it, like a Drake cake at 8. You weak in the knees, I jab like Zab, your Harlem shake. It's Choke no joke, and I am great. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Eat a wall, what up? Let's go. Accept defeat like Jay. Sign Nas in my lane. you like Obama. Like fifth get flicks of your mama. I might be more ruthless when it come to drama. Got higher guns on my shooter. 40 Glock. Wipe out you Douglas. Pull up your pants, can't you see they losing you? How they do that and they so tight. Putting them on, gotta be abuse to you. Top 10 in the game, coming through for you. The lyrical molester abusing you. Sway Shaheem Reed and Tuma. I'm on hip hop, then MTV and Puma. Better get my name on the list as the greatest. Truth teller, and I never gave a shit like this. Joke, no joke, you know what it is. We live, we die, we struggle to survive. Don't ask me why, they hate, they lie. Yeah, you know what it is. Rest in peace, Grego. Yeah, joke, no joke. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. Joke, no joke. Learn from mistakes. Joke, no joke. Yeah. It's joke, no joke. Joke, no joke. Chicken joke, no joke.